Magandang hapon po sa lahat. We are live right now, ADRA TV. Mga kaibigan, kapag laom, ako po si Shan at makakasama niyo po ako this whole afternoon for a productive discussion. Kasama ko rin po ang aking partner every Monday, 5 to 6 p.m. Walang iba kundi si Miss Hazel Jane Buscato. Hi, Haze!
Hello, Ate Shan.
Ayun. Now, we would like to greet everybody that is watching right now via TV, no? Sa ating mga kaibigan, ang mga kapaglaom na nanunood dito local, through our local antenna channel 25 dito sa Dakbayan, sa Cagayan de Oro City. We would like to say hi sa inyong lahat. Gusto din po natin i-greet ang ating nanunood ngayon via Parasat Cable Channel 17 and our nationwide coverage GSAT 37. Ayun, Hayes, kamusta?
Yes, Ate Shan, let's also greet our viewers and mga kapaglaom who are currently watching via our Facebook pages, no? Those who are watching through Hope Channel South Philippines Facebook page, and also those who are watching on our very own Facebook page, ADRA Philippines Facebook page. Good afternoon po sa lahat. Magandang hapon, maayong hapon. And again, don't forget to engage in the comment section, react, and share this episode link to your online friends.
Ayun. Now, mga kaibigan, ang ating episode ay espesyal at may kabigatan nga, no? Now, we all know that ADRA Philippines or Adventist Development and Relief Agency is the humanitarian and development arm of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And Hazel, bulk ng ating work ay emergency responses dahil nga ang Pilipinas ay #1 at risk when it comes to disasters. And ayan na nga, at the entrance of February, ang Typhoon Basang ay nanalanta at ang naging mas yung impact niya ay dito sa areas ng Mindanao. So our hearts are heavy, of course, kasi nga it's February. We were supposed to talk about love, pero this time, this is a different sphere of love, Hazel. Yung pagmamahal natin para sa mga survivors, para sa mga apektado na mga pamilya at mga apektado na komunidad dahil sa Typhoon Basang. Now, Typhoon Basang, ang naging epekto niya po sa Cagayan de Oro City, no? Malaki din yung naging epekto niya. But we heard more and saw more sa kanyang impact sa Iligan City, sa probinsya ng Lanao del Norte. So, as of today, Iligan City, state of calamity na po sila. Now, at least 12 people have been confirmed as casualty, no? Dahil sa epekto ng bagyo, dahil sa mga flooding. Ayan, we have a photo right now. We'd like to say thank you to Zofil Cagas for sharing these photos. Makikita mo, Hazel, no, yung river.
Yes.
No, I believe we have an episode about yung hazard talaga andun. Tapos, dahil sa, I saw an article din, Hayes, na yung amount ng water, doble kesa sa Typhoon Sendong. Oh, so, grabe yung water talaga na nag-pour. So, ayun, pumunta siya sa mga kabahayan.
Yan.
And then also, even up onto highways and mga schools din. Ayun, this is a school. Yun, pinasok niya din niya.
Actually, Ate Shan, no, yung nangyari sa Iligan last week, what's happened there is parang quite reminiscent of what we've experienced here in Cagayan de Oro City 15 years ago.
Yes.
Parang si Basang ay nakakompare to
Typhoon
Sendong.
Ayun. Now, dito naman makikita this is a tulay. It's a bridge, no? So may mga transportation din na mga highways, bridges na nasira. I'd like to show you this video. Ayun. So this is as of February 6. Ang laki ng impact niya, Hayes. Mga pamilya. Yung fatalities na I have mentioned, casualty, Hazel, ay I heard, nabasa din natin dito sa Cagayan de Oro City na nag-landslide siya. It's so heartbreaking to read about this. No? Hayes, can you mention also?
Yes, Ate Shan. About naman po sa data na ating nakalap, no, about sa displaced people and those na nag-evacuate, we have roughly 467,000 people, and it's about 131,000 families in Mindanao that were affected, and tens of thousands were moved to evacuation centers kasi nga yung tubig ay actually biglaan yung pagtaas ng tubig. And actually it happened parang madaling araw ba or gabi?
Oo, gabi. Ayan, we have a video here also. No, gabi, ang tubig. Ang taas po. Ayun. We can only imagine yung mga predicament ng ating mga kaibigan. Ayun. Now, we also have we also have here around 447 houses as damages. Marami po siyang naging impact. And relief efforts are being conducted by personal fundraisings, ayun. Per dito po sa ADRA Philippines, meron din po tayong gagawin. And we would like to ask the Emergency Response Coordinator of ADRA Philippines to share with us ano bang gagawin ang ginagawa ni ADRA in response to Typhoon Bashang para sa mga pamilya, mga komunidad na apektado. So, live via Zoom, kasama po natin si Kuya Carl Morta. Hello, Kuya Carl? Ayun, dyan na ba si Kuya Carl? Gusto po natin siyang kausapin. Now, makikita niyo po may crawler. Ayun, nandiyan si Kuya Carl. Kuya Carl, I'd just like to ask you, ano na bang ginawa? Ano bang ginagawa ni ADRA para sa mga pamilya na apektado ni Typhoon Bashang?
Yes, no. So ADRA Philippines together with the North Central Mindanao Conference.
Teka po, Kuya Carl, hindi ka namin naririnig.
Hindi ka pa po namin naririnig.
But you can hear us perfectly, right?
Yes.
Ayun.
Naririnig ko kayo.
Yes, hindi ka lang namin
Naririnig as of the moment.
As of the moment, yun. So hopefully we can fix technically. Ayun, finifix po nila. Now, while fixing audio natin, no, makikita nyo po below my crawler nyo na nakapula. Those are our donation channels ni ADRA Philippines. We are appealing to everyone that is watching right now. Donate to ADRA so that we can reach these families and communities dahil sa epekto ni Typhoon Bashang. Kuya Carl, nandyan ka na ba?
Yes.
Ayun, perfect. Kuya Carl, please tell us.
Okay. Hi, hello, good afternoon. No? So, ADRA Philippines, mga kapatid, together with the North Central Mindanao Conference, Adventist Community Services, will begin its humanitarian response this week, no? Because of this effect ni Tropical Depression Basyang, no? As mentioned by our colleagues Shan and Hazel, may mga figures, no, na mataas na yung ating mga affected families, no? As of the moment, sa Dromic natin sa DSWD, there are around 30 barangays in Iligan City alone na affected, no? 30 barangays. And then it's around 10,000 families affected or 29,000 individuals. So ganun po siya kataas na, no, ang number of the affected individuals in Iligan City alone. So with these figures, no, na ano natin na nakikita natin, that is why we write a situational report and requested to our colleagues ADRA International and ADRA Asia for a response na dyan sa Iligan. And we are happy that our NCMC, North Central Mindanao Conference, also provided their counterpart to for this response. So we are glad really to our Adventist Community Services, no, with this partnership na mayroon po tayo. So yan po, no, we are aiming to reach the most affected and vulnerable families, especially yung mga families na naka-stay sa mga evacuation centers, yung mga families with vulnerable members, no, such as PWDs, senior citizens, buntis, at mga maliliit na kabataan around 5 years old pababa. Yun yung ating mga priorities. And we humbly appeal, no, to our donors, to our listeners right now. We humbly appeal for your generous donations, no, for us to deliver timely humanitarian assistance, no, to our affected families, especially in Iligan City, and to address immediate needs ng ating mga affected families such as food, water, and mga essential household items. And yan po mga kapatid, no, hopefully you will join us with this effort, no, to help our kababayans affected by this tropical depression, Basyang. Okay, back to you, Sian and Ace.
And also mga kaibigan, watch out po sa updates, this upcoming days sa page ng ADRA Philippines and Hope Channel South Philippines sa mga humanitarian effort ni ADRA in response to tropical depression. Parang nag-typhoon siya din, nag-tropical depression Basyang. Kuya Carl, we are praying for your leadership and we'd like to say thank you to Pastor Mendez, our ACS Director ng North Central Mindanao Conference, and kan Ma'am Psyche Buscato, ang bilis din ng kanilang response. So the administration of NCMC, ang bilis po ng kanilang movement din para ma-reach natin ang families, communities affected ng Typhoon Basyang. Again, mga kaibigan, you will see below, those are our donation channels. Peso account po. So makikita nyo po dyan ang account name and account number ng ADRA Philippines sa different banks. Like for example, you're seeing now Philippine National Bank. Yan po ang ating account name and account number. Andyan din po ang ating GCash number ay 0977-656-0979. Again, 0977-656-0979. So we have PNB, BPI, and BDO. We are appealing to everyone that is watching right now. Help us to reach the most vulnerable families and bring them immediate relief, no? Gaya ng pagkain, tubig, at kahit ano pang essential needs nila. So maraming salamat po. And I believe that is the most parang expression of love. Since topic natin today, Haze, is love nga naman. So ngayong buwan ng pag-ibig, ipadama, and let's, like the last time that we have learned about love as well, may love be an action word.
Yes.
No? And now mga kaibigan, this February, we have prepared discussions about love. And makakasama natin for this episode again, isang psychologist, and she also works. I'd like to ask Hazel to introduce sino ba kasama natin today.
Ayan, sa ating mga viewers and mga kapaglaom, we would like to welcome again our guest. She's a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Psychology at Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan, and she also earned her Master of Arts in Psychology as well in the same institution. And currently, she's been working in the academe for 10 years now as a psychometrician and as an instructor, and currently, she's a testing in charge and also a psychology instructor at Lourdes College. Also, she wrote for Candy Magazine, and she's an author of 3 published books, and her most recent work is titled Reveries of a Thought Daughter.
Ayun.
To sum it up, she's a psychologist, a psychometrician who writes in between. So mga kapaglaom and mga viewers, let us all welcome once again our guest this afternoon, Miss Alve Jane Aranton.
Hi, Miss Av.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello.
Perfect. Thank you so much for this time with us. The title of our episode is Love Me to Love You.
Wow.
Now, we would like to discover the importance of how we love ourselves, how we put value on ourselves, and its impact in how we love others as well. So, Miss Alvi, this episode, we're so excited na may matutunan naman with you, no? Now, Miss Alv, my very first question, Charis, gano'n. Ano?
Grabe.
Now, usually love, when we talk about love, it is discussed, di ba? Parang pag sinabi mong love, para sa iba yan. Di ba? Parang we talk about it.
It involves another person.
Yeah, it's in relation to others. But in today's episode, we want to focus on the importance of healthy self-love and how it shapes the way we love the people around us. Yung first question ko talaga is, can you please define or ano ba yung healthy self-love and at what point does it become unhealthy?
So, advance happy Valentine's to everyone. Sana naman masaya ang mga hearts natin lahat. Okay. Okay, so to answer your question, self-love is it's really simple. It's being kind to yourself. However, it's easier said than done. Parang madali lang siyang sabihin, no? Pero ang hirap-hirap gawin, no? You have to respect yourself. There is honesty also. And parang when you have a friend or a special someone, you really take care of this person. Self-love is like that, but in the lens of loving ourselves. Now, the catch is when does it become unhealthy? So, when self-love is unhealthy, pag nagiging absorbed ka na sa self mo, like you are not considerate of others anymore, and somehow you do not take accountability of your actions. There are people who use self-love as an excuse, like, or to justify hurting others or not wanting to grow. No, ayaw nila mag-grow, ayaw nila maging bigger person kasi self-love daw. No, so that's dangerous. And healthy self-love still cares about others, while even if you're in a relationship with somebody, it doesn't have to, you don't have to erase yourself in the process. Yun lang.
Well, sa akin lang, Miss Alv, ano ba?
Yes.
Still, cutting off people is considered self-love.
Ay, iba yun.
Kasi I have this, friendship na naman. Yes, dami ko experience sa mga ganito. I have a friend kasi na parang bigla na lang siyang hindi nagparamdam. And it's not romantic type of ano. Bigla hindi siya nagparamdam. And then suddenly parang kinut off niya yung circle namin. Kasi daw, yun parang na-struck ako doon sa point ni Miss Alvi kanina na ano, na kumbaga, sabi niya kasi na kinut off niya daw kami because self-love daw. Sabi ko, ha? Paano naging self-love yun? Parang, I mean, siguro may beef siya with us. Ano mo ba yung beef, Ate Shan?
No.
It's more like parang may something.
May friction.
Parang may friction, but hindi namin alam. But suddenly,
Baka na-offend. Ganun.
parang may ganun, pero kinut off niya kami agad. So sabi niya, when we tried to reach out to him, like, what is the reason behind you cutting us off? Sabi niya, it's part of the term is healing, but kumbaga, to sum his message, parang self-love yung pinopoint niya. So, is it considered an unhealthy way to self-love? In that context, Miss Alv.
Okay, parang nagbabalik na naman tayo sa mga attachment styles natin, no? There are people who really choose to withdraw or avoid hard communications or not talk it out with other people instead because it calms them, no? But sometimes, again, it doesn't always signify that it's self-love when it involves, hurting others in the process and discarding others in your own journey. Now, sometimes probably parang takot lang din sila mag-reach out or they just really want space. But again, it comes with the attachment din talaga of the person.
So, the end point of, at the end of the day, it's the attachment style na talagang from baby pa yan na-form.
Oh. It's
True,
the
true.
how the mother or the significant na figure ay nandyan. Your question, Hayes, is very interesting. And I personally, Miss Av, di ba, mahirap i-point out, parang yung demarcation line, there's a really thin line to define yung healthy and unhealthy na self-love. Kahit naman kahit our relationship to others, 'di ba? Mahirap i-define yung healthy and healthy minsan. And then how much more our relationship with ourselves. Oh. Kasi minsan it's so easy to say na, I'm protecting my peace. So easy, you give me stress, so I don't like that. So ito na lang. So pero it can be done. It can be parang you can still discover it the healthy way na kung ano yung healthy self-love. Na hindi siya self-centered, Miss Av, no? Yung sinabi mo kanina na. Oh, yun. So Hazel.
Ayun. So Miss Av, proceed po tayo sa ating second question. Why do you think many people struggle to truly value their own identity, worth, and beauty? What factors make this especially difficult today?
There are different sources to that. But huge part of that is a lot of people actually experience yung mga conditional messages, yung parang conditional yung regard ng others sa kanila. Like you're only lovable or you're only lovable if you're successful or tanggap lang kita pag mataas yung grades mo, yung ganun, di ba? You're only pretty if you act this way. And sometimes we are on the receiving end of those messages or those actions. So today, we are wired to compare ourselves, especially to others. And parang mas nai-enable siya. No, because there are so many other factors. It could be family expectations or standards in society, especially in social media that people see. It becomes very easy for others to say, na you're not enough or I'm not enough because I'm not this certain person or haven't reached this certain achievement yet. So parang we're really surrounded by these conditional messages rather. Sometimes by other people, but mostly parang mula lang din naman sa selves natin. Parang it still sometimes starts within us. So, that's why we don't see ourselves someone special because of those things sometimes.
What Miss Av said, yung sinabi niyang family, minsan din po, yung mas nag-root sa atin or yung mas nakaka-apekto sa atin is when it comes from the very people that's very important to us as well. Now that I'm seeing, may anak ako, diba, and baby pa siya, and there's one thing that kasi I grew up struggling with this. I grew up not liking my skin. I grew up not liking the way I look, my hair looks. Kasi yung sabi ni Miss Av, you compare yourselves. Pero yun talaga yung prayer ko na I hope my child celebrates his being. Yung makita niya the beauty that I see, the love that I see in him, I hope makita niya sa sarili niya. Kasi nga naman, may mga cases, for example, if you have multiple children, may marami kang mga anak, di ba may mga tendency, Miss Avs, na parang mas nakikinig yung parents sa isa, and then nadi-disregard yung isa, tapos parang nasi-shake sila yung identity. Ay, hindi ba nagmamatter yung voice ko? Hindi ba ako? Parang it starts talaga young din, no? Kaya parents, we have to be really careful how we deal with our children. Ganun.
Family planning talaga.
Yes po. Wag po yung sunod ng sunod. Okay? Planuhin po ang pag-aanak.
Ayun.
Kasi nga naman you will understand if sunod-sunod yung mga anak, di ba? The mother is trying to survive and thrive. But yes, it starts it starts young. Kaya yun, mag-ingat po tayo when so there's a lot of factors, but I do believe personally, family matters talaga.
For me naman, Ate Shan, is it's the things that we consume.
Okay.
Like,
example.
not necessarily, I mean, apart from the food, no? Sabi nga nila, you are what you eat. But apart from that, I mean, for me kasi, although I am Gen Z, but naging chronically online na lang kasi ako during my college days because that's where nagkaroon talaga ako ng proper cellphone, proper connection to Wi-Fi, access talaga. But I think social media really plays a big role. I think for me kasi, kasi di ba kasi marami tayong nakikita sa social media. For example, sa TikTok, it's short form videos, right? So, in the span of 5 minutes, how many content or how many, kumbaga, ang na-consume mo or nalaman mo or information. So, I think one thing with social media is, I think the dangers of it is when you compare yourself to what you are seeing online. And then what you're seeing online is parang becomes your ideal ba? I think for me, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Pero paano kung, kasi for example, I'm talking about in terms of beauty.
Yeah.
What
Beauty
if
standards.
beauty standards? For example, I'm Asian and yung gusto kong maging is Russian, Slavic,
Brazilian.
ganon. Oo. I think kaya nga social media really plays a big role. Kaya I think in Australia, right, parang regulated yung access to social media because of the dangers of it. I think it's good but in moderation.
Ayun. Now, you're very right, Hazel, when you said about what we consume, no? Unconsciously, no? Ine-educate tayo na this is how women should like.
Yes.
This is what beauty looks like. Kasi naka-uniform sila ng ilong, ng baywang, ganun, and we fail to celebrate our own skin, our own beauty. So there are a lot of factors. Miss Alf, can you share naman, every day parang you have a close interaction with students, diba? May mga students sa paligid mo. Baka may mga parents na nanonood ngayon or mga teachers. Can you cite an example of a situation, a behavior, or mga phrases or mga na often nagsisignal that the student is struggling with self-worth and valuing themselves?
That's true. Parang every day kasi I have close encounters with kids, especially teenage years or young adulthood, and they have this common ground among most of them, and you can actually catch them saying things such as, bobo-bobo ko naman, hindi ko naman yan kaya, ma'am, di ba? They criticize themselves a lot, and no, sabi man ng mama ko, hindi naman ako masyadong magaling, so why would I try? Diba? Or others say they don't really belong here, or ma'am, wala naman akong talent. Like, I'm talentless, so I can't do it, no? These are very simple language or words, but actually you can really tell a lot that they want to be perfect, or they're scared of trying things out because they see themselves as failure first of all, no? Some of them are actually achievers as well, but deeply rooted yung insecurities nila. And they have really a low sense of self-worth. And sometimes they really tend to tie their whole personality with their performance, their achievements. And sometimes we have to be proud of ourselves, but also we do not have to be hard on ourselves. So if you're a parent out there listening to us right now, nakikinig kayo, like, don't be too hard on your kids or your children because they're still developing, they're still growing up, and I'm sure that they can figure themselves out eventually. They're still trying on different things or exploring so many things all at once. So just let them be and support them in whatever pursuit that they want them sa buhay. I think that's the best thing that you can do.
parang nagre-relapses. Yung sinabi ni Miss Alv na when you don't want to try because you see yourself as a failure first. That's so sad. No, sana you have this freedom. Sige, I'll try. And if I fail, it's okay. I tried. Sabi niya, you're developing as adolescents, teenagers. You're still trying to, it's a new thing. So okay lang mag-fail. Okay lang hindi mo makuha lahat at first. But then, minsan hindi ganun yung mindset eh. Yung parang, no, because I am a failure, so definitely I will fail. It's so sad. If I could speak to my younger self and I could go back, sana ano na lang, nag-carefree ka na lang, Shantile. And kasi yung parang, it's okay if you fail. You'll just have to say, you learn, diba? Wala talagang failure if you learn things in ano. So,
Ate Shan, I would like to share lang kasi sa high school ko, no? Like, I really like my high school life. Aside that, nagbubulakbol tayo. I mean,
achiever ka, girl?
Hindi naman.
Sa regional ka?
hindi naman. I mean, I really like how we were treated by our teachers. Shout out to City High School, Cagayan de Oro National High School, Science Curriculum. So, I remember during my years there, kasi sa public school, ang daming activities every month, jam-packed on top of our academics to maintain.
Wow.
So, what I remember is, I think the strategies of the teachers talaga, kasi pag every month, di ba, may mga activities, meaning may mga contest yan. Inter-classroom or inter-curriculum, ganun. So, what I remember is, rotational yung ipapadala ng mga students. Not necessarily na magaling ka dyan as long as the teacher sees you, may potential. Ganon. And then, well, I think there is a pressure that you have to win, but in a way, it's for yourself, not for, kasi diba, versus kasi yan, science class versus BEC, science class versus ibang other curriculum. So parang pag nag-compete ka, you're bringing the pride of your curriculum or your class. So parang, I think our teachers the pressure of winning is not para pride of the class, but for yourself. And then, what I remember is, for example, pag ikaw, kasi may mga activities sa similar lang every month. For example, spelling bee, ganun. Pag naka-spelling bee ka na ngayon, iba na naman yung for the next month. So, I think from that experience, parang every kid, if you want, especially if you want, you can volunteer. Can I represent the class, ganun. So, and also, yung pag-graduate na kami, like, kami na yung senior, I've never experienced, I'm not saying I'm clean, but we've never experienced cheating. Because parang ang sabi sa amin is, bahalag butlog, basta honest.
Anak yun di ay siya.
Oo. So parang, bahala zero kayo sa quiz. As long as there's honesty and as long as you're learning.
Wow.
So, actually, parang hindi kami takot that time na, 0/10, 0/20, as long as honest tsaka nag-study kami.
Aww.
So,
I hope there's more teachers like that and classrooms like that. No, na the teachers talaga in this generation, please, our parents, communicate to your children na go learn.
Yes.
No, go enjoy it. Kahit na umuwi ka, pero now if you see the child happy and full of energy na, nagawa ko. Yes, we failed, but we'll learn later and forward. So, it really speaks a lot sa growth din in the future. Kasi si Hazel po, marami siyang pinagdaanan na mag-isa. Napunta po siya sa kahit saang lugar, but then you see how she was able to manage it even if she was a first-timer. Hindi siya from the lens of, I've never heard her say nga, baka mag-fail. Yung first na sinasabing hindi. So let's try, let's do our best, and let's see how it goes.
Yes.
So you have another question for Miss Alvin.
Yes,
and I
Miss
think this is
Alv.
connected to your question a while ago.
Okay, so Miss Alv, today we don't live only in the physical world. Many of us also live in digital or social media world. So, Miss Alv, do you think this online world creates new threats to our self-worth and self-love? Or does it simply amplify the insecurities and pressures that already exist in real life?
Okay. So we're living in a digital world, and it's obvious naman no, that most of our lives are really digital or led by social media these days. So I think that it only amplifies what is already existing. Parang mas nagiging intense siya at this point because we see reels, no? And sometimes our brain interprets it, as a reality. Parang these curated, napang curated na kasi ng life ng, especially the younger generations these days,
Totoo
no?
yan, Miss Alv.
So
Super
aesthetic.
curated. Parang, I feel older than most of the teenagers these days. So, curated yung life nila. Sometimes we consider this as reality, and sometimes so the younger generation would tend to compare. Again, there is still the comparison that is happening, and parang dissatisfied sila with their lives or their bodies, and it also creates anxiety. But again, social media is also empowering din naman. Like, there's also a good side to it. If you use it wisely, if you want to connect with others, or if you want to share your advocacy, if may ganun ka, di ba? So, hindi naman talaga entirely yung social media or yung tool yung problem, but how we interpret or how we use it, or how we manage things. Yun, doon naman din.
Ayun. So, yun yung very concerned ko why I really wrote this question, Miss Alv. Kasi, yes, it's a reality, no? Kaya I do believe also with what you said that it just amplifies what is existing right now. No, mas ano lang siya talaga, volume to the 100 max. Kasi nga naman there's this pressure. If Miss Avi said na parang I feel older, I do feel old also, Miss Av. Yung curated ang life, yung dapat aesthetically pleasing. Sorry, Hazel. And I believe one thing about it kasi, if you cannot make it aesthetic siguro, or if you cannot curate your life in a way that visually pleasing, parang I believe there's this feeling of discontentment, or parang you always try very hard to make it to that point na ganito dapat yung look niya. Dapat ganito. So instead of enjoying the now and the craziness and you fail to enjoy it because there's this look that you want to so pero
I can definitely relate to that. Sige, continue.
yes.
Ako na. I mean, tama nga yan. I can definitely relate when they mentioned about curated life, particularly on my Instagram life. Especially din on TikTok. I'm trying to curate my feed. So, totoo po yan, Ate Shano. I think minsan ako, I'm a fan of analog. Anything old,
yes,
not digital, you know that, Ate Shan. I still listen to cassette tapes, I have film, ganon. Pero, yun nga, hindi natin to ma-escape kasi itong mga digital technologies that we have right now. So, one of the experiences talaga na I experience is when I go to a cafe to have this, kumbaga, me time. And then, yung sinasabi nga nila, the camera gets to it first. No? Tapos, minsan kasi, alam mo, pag nasa coffee shop ako, when I try to take a pic, it takes 50 photos. And I only get to pick one.
I saw that.
I only get to pick one. So, parang gano'n nga. Parang, yun yung sinasabi mo, Ate Sha, na parang hindi na tayo nagli-live in the present because of this, curated life or this branding, self-brand that we are trying to portray online.
Kaya nga, no? Kaya, yung Miss Alvi, in practical ways, no, if this is the situation right now, we have this pressure to compare ourselves. May effect ba, Miss Alv, if we do not, if the way we treat ourselves is ganito, may effect ba siya sa paglalove natin sa iba? Does it have
That's true. Yeah. I agree.
Can you elaborate on that?
I think yung love kasi that we give to others really comes from ourselves. So if we hate ourselves, then most likely you would end up hurting others also. So there's a connection in everything, and yung source pa lang, like it's a root cause, diba? Our self is our main source of love, and if it's good, and if you shower yourself with the right kind of love, then you'd also pour the same thing to others. Parang that analogy ba, yung you pour to others what you have. So be sure to also love yourself properly. Yun naman, that's our job as a person, to love ourselves, diba?
Kaya nga, di ba, Hazy, there's this yung parang biblical, there's this verse na love others as you love yourself. Kaya pag sinasabing love yourself, uy, selfish yan, don't do that. But there's actually this, like for example, forgiving others. I believe if we fail to forgive ourselves first, it will be very hard for us to extend that same mercy and grace to others. Kaya nga, that's why, be forgiving if hindi mo makuha yung perfect look, case. Doon pala yung... doon pala yung ano ko. Pero in a way that I hope in our pursuit for things to look. Kasi I have a younger brother. Gen Z din siya. Yung youngest brother namin, Miss Alv. Ganon din. And I feel the frustration if hindi niya nakukuha. And instead of feeling the time, the moment, the people around is na pressure siya to look this way and to be this way. Now, I hope you just grow and enjoy the things that you also have. Now, Miss Alvi, having to talk about self-love, self-worth, yung mga educators natin or mga teachers, mga friends, ano po ba yung pwede natin gawin to help others recognize their value?
There are so many things, but if you're a mentor, or if you're an educator, or if you're an adult, like simply an adult, if you model kindness to yourself, the younger individuals would also follow, because, diba, meron yan sa psychology, if children or young people learn better if they observe you, no, parang modeling. So if you do that, and the kids or the children can do the same also, no? You praise the effort of others, also their character, hindi lang yung result, because sometimes people compliment you when you have achieved this already,
Outcome
but
na, may output na.
yeah, the outcome is already there. So if you just could value or really praise their efforts upon getting there, diba? In the process of it, they would really appreciate that. Creating a safe space for others, which we talked about last time, and separating the behavior from the identity. If they fail or they mess up, that's not who they are. Diba? That's just a part of themselves. So yun.
Wow, creating a self space. Let's be kind to it. I hope this February, we get to inspire. Hindi yung parang romantic talaga lahat and all. I mean, let's make this world a better place. So it's really worse than what we can imagine. But I hope we learn from what Miss Alvi said, no? Separate your performance, your achievement from your identity. I have a lot to say about that theologically, Miss Alvi. Christ died for all of us while we were yet sinners, no? In our worst state, He died and He loved us. And I pray that we reflect that kind of love. Miss Av, we do not have so much time. This will be our last question, Hayes.
Yes, Miss Alv, what is your final message to anyone listening who is struggling with self-worth? How can we be more compassionate about ourselves?
So this is my final message to everybody, especially that it's the season of love. So hopefully you don't just see romantic relationships as important, but also love for yourself. And my message is that your worth is not a performance report. Hindi naman siya parang report card, no? You are worthy simply because you exist. You're a human being. First of all, give yourself that grace, and because you are capable of love, and you are also able to give love. So, yeah, achievements or any form of parts of you, achievement, for example, is something that you do. It's not really who you are. So your worth is not really something that you have to present to others or make it seem like it's a report card or performance report. So be gentle with yourself, guys. So there really are days where you really just have to be easy on yourself. So that's it. So happy Valentine's, everyone.
Thank you so much, Miss Al. We
Thank you
love
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much for the
Thank you,
time.
guys.
Thank you for the time. Thank you for your heart as well. Your students for sure are blessed to have
Yes.
you in their lives, and I pray that they would enjoy nila yung time with listening to you. So we hope that this will not be the last, that we will have you on our program, praying for your work po, and hope to see you soon. Would you like to greet anyone before going, before we cut you off via Zoom, Miss Alvi?
I'd like to thank you all there also, for all your efforts and for putting up this episodes every Monday, So that takes a lot of effort. So I'd just like to thank you and have a good evening ahead of you. So salamat.
Thank you, Miss
See you at
Alvi.
Coltrane, Miss Al.
Yun. For sure,
See you.
magkikita sila ni Hazel. Ingat-ingat po. Ayun, mga kaibigan. Thank you. Again, mga kaibigan, kapag laom, daghan jud tang natunan karon nga hapon. No? Ako nang bisayon para klaro. No, we have learned about self-love, our worth, and how we should celebrate the us that God made. There's this one thing that I really love doing, Hayes, struggling really with self-worth all my life. Hopefully, end na siya ngayon. Is that I do self-talk, Hazel, but I have this favorite verse in Psalm 139, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. I do face myself in the mirror and I say to myself, Shan, God said, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. I hope you remember that throughout the day, whatever happens, that is your identity. So I believe we have to talk to ourselves, sabi nga ni Miss Alvi, more kindlier
Yes.
and with compassion. Again. May gusto kang takeaway na i-share, Hazel?
Siguro, in relation to today's topic is what I can say lang talaga is do not live somebody else's life.
Oh, yeah.
Kumbaga, do not live your life based on the script made by others.
Yep.
Ganon. So, siguro yun nga, again, a little kindness goes a long way every day to yourself, to your others. So, I think yun lang, Ate Shan.
Yes, ayun. Thank you very much, Hazel. Again, before ADRA TV ends this episode, mga kaibigan, I'd like to show you again photos of what has happened or what happened to Iligan City following Typhoon Bashang. Ayan, ito po yun. So for everyone siguro na late watching the episode, we are raising funds sa ADRA Philippines po. Ito po yung ang impact ng malawakang pagbaha dahil sa pag-ulan ni Tropical Depression Bashang. Ito, this is a school. So, Iligan City has declared state of calamity already. Ito po ang tulay, damages nila doon. This is a video from our friend Zophil. Ayun. Pag ganito, alam niyo po naman po natin talaga, I believe, hindi lang tayo makikinig sa news dahil may mga numero. Kasi minsan sa Pilipinas, parang, it's not new na may mga bagyo. I pray po na hindi po titigas yung hearts natin and just say it's another day in the Philippines wherein typhoons, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions are normal, no? Magtulungan po tayo. Hindi naman siya everyday that it happens. So every peso, every donation really will go a long way for the families that has been affected. Ayun. So to everyone that is watching right now, makikita nyo po below. Ayun, ito. These are our donation channels. We also have a dollar account. It's not posted sa crawler natin, pero you can go sa page ng ADRA Philippines. Makikita po na for our OFWs, no? We have PayPal account. We also have GCash 0977-656-0979. May BPI din po tayo, PNB and BDO. And kung malaki po yung TV nyo, you can actually use the QR code nandyan. So, we pray that together we can bring hope to these families. Though hindi naman po parang we rebuild their bahay, pero it will send really a big message. Telling them na you are not alone in this calamity, in this disaster. We are with you. So we're hoping po that you will continue to pray for ADRA Philippines as well, for the affected families, for ACS, as we deliver response humanitarian efforts for the families and communities affected in Iligan City. For more questions and clarifications, go to ADRA Philippines page and we will answer you there. Haze, may gusto ba tayong pasalamatan?
Yes. As we close today's episode, we extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone who joined us, our viewers, our partners, our volunteers, and our supporters. And also, we would like to recognize our ADRA family, our dedicated co-workers, project teams, and field staff across the country. Your commitment, compassion, and hard work make this mission possible every single day.
Yes, and today's episode is brought to you by this wonderful partnership that we have with Hope Channel South Philippines. Sa lahat po ng volunteers, maraming salamat kay Pastor Pido, Kuya Johnster, Ate Charm, at sa mga interns natin na andito from University of Science and Technology of the Philippines, USTP. Maraming salamat po for assisting as well our live episode. So, we would like to thank you and invite you to serve families and communities across the Philippines. This has been ADRA TV, where hope is put into action.